Chris, first of all, any fresh injury concerns for the weekend?
No, fortunately we came through, as I said, a tough evening. We covered a lot of distance. We had to. I think what we look at as well, especially at this level, is obviously the intensity of the game, but concentration levels as well from a mental point of view, from mentality point of view. You know, everybody having to do the jobs right the way through to 95 minutes. So yeah, there's a lot of tired bodies and tired minds out there on Monday night, but a couple of days rest and back into work today and getting set for West Ham at the weekend.
There's 8 obviously players that have played and started every game in the Premier League. Could you stick with those same 8 all season if you wanted to?
Well, we could do, yeah, if we felt that was the right thing to do. But assembled a squad if we need to change it round, and sometimes it's, you know, the hardest thing to do is to change a winning side, but sometimes that's the right thing to do as well. So I've got to look at the players, and of course they will look for continuity, and some people will think that's the right thing to do, but I don't think it always is. We have to pick the right side for every individual game, and if it means us changing it around, we have the ability to do that. We've got, as it's been recognised, a real tight group of players that drive each other on day in, day out, and want the best for themselves, but for the group, most importantly. So, you know, that changing room on Monday night was not just filled with players that played a part in the game. The 11, the 3 that came on. You know, there's players there that are disappointed not to get onto the pitch and not to get into the squad, but they know they've got an important part to play. As always, I've talked about it long and hard over the last 2 or 3 years, and right the way through, myself being a manager, the importance of the group. And when ready, they will come in. You know, Lees came in on Monday night, and that was great for him because he'd been banging on the door. Gave him a goal-drink, and there's some disappointed players which they accept. But you know, we're still 9 games into a 38-game season, so still a lot of football to be played. And if there's changes to be made, you know, we have to be brave. Have to be brave enough to make them if I feel it's necessary.
Have you had many knocking on the door a lot? I know you mentioned Billy in a post-match interview earlier in the week, but is that the toughest part of what you've got to do this season in managing the players that aren't in the first team?
It always is. I think every manager will talk about it, you know, keeping players that are not playing happy and keeping them interested and making sure they're ready. And that's just part and parcel, whatever level you're at. It's the toughest thing because the players that are playing are, you know, takes care of itself really, because they're the ones that have got the ability and opportunity to put performance in.